Will Enchanted Christmas dance its way into your heart?
Bring on the schmaltz.
Hello again, Schmaltzeteers. Welcome to another episode of Schmaltzmark. My name is Wayne, and with me, as always, is my lovely bride, Kelli. Kelli, we're short a couple of cast members today. They're not hiding back here, are they?
No. They're too big to hide these days.
Yeah.
Yep, Chatterbox and Savvy are not appearing with us today.
No, that's all right. They needed the break.
Yes.
And we're going to knock this thing out very quickly, but we do have their scores factored into this.
We do.
So we'll go over it as we go through the review. First of all, let's just talk about the film, Enchanted Christmas.
Okay, we first had two well-known actors to our kids, so they really liked this movie.
Yeah, so you had Alexa PenaVega, who had been in the Spy Kids movies. That's what she's best known for. And her husband, Carlos PenaVega, who was
Big Time Rush.
Yeah, Big Time Rush. So the kids were big fans of this one.
Yes, they were.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah. It was average for me.
I thought the dancing was great.
Oh, of course. The kids really liked it, though.
There were aspects of it that I thought were really strong, but we'll get into that as we go on. All right, Kelli, let's get right into the tropes on this one, shall we?
Yes, there were 10 total.
10 total, which start with carriage rides.
No.
Yes, there were at least a half dozen carriage rides because that's what I picked as my guaranteed trope.
You were guaranteed wrong. There were nada. They stayed inside the whole time.
All right, well,
much.
okay, yeah. If there had been a trope for hanging around inside a hotel the whole film, I would have gotten that one right.
You would have totally gotten that one.
They didn't go outside enough to ride a carriage, so...
Okay, so let's just start with the first one. We had City Goes Country.
Right. She had moved to L.A., but she then went home to her small town.
And he had been traveling around the world with a dance company and had come home as well.
Yes.
So it was a double...
Yes, double City Goes Country. Mm-hmm. So they both returned to their small Utah hometown.
Yes.
So that one, clear, obvious. Fake snow. Fano, as I like to call it. There was a lot of fano in this one.
Even I think some cotton batting.
There was,
lying around in places because, Yeah,
they didn't do, again, because they weren't outside a lot. It didn't really matter. Most of this thing was shot indoors, so.
They did have a Fired Up, which was outside. That was one of the times that they were outside.
So, we got the tree lighting ceremony. That's always a good way to go.
Always.
Was it a romantic moment for the two of them?
I think it was somewhat of a romantic moment, but I think it more had to do with the kid.
Yeah. Her daughter. So, it obviously made a strong impression on us. Either that or we've been watching too many Hallmark films this week.
They're all running together.
There was an I Don't Wanna.
Multiple I Don't Wannas.
There were multiple I Don't Wannas. It was mostly Alexa PenaVega's character, Laura, and her reluctance to dance.
Now, we never understood the motivation for... we understood that her boyfriend left to go on his dancing tour.
When they were young. Yeah, they've been dance partners for years.
But for some reason, this made such a huge impact on her life that she never wanted to dance again.
Not even casually.
As a matter of fact, her daughter didn't even know she could dance.
Right. So, not really sure that was ever explained very well, but she didn't want to dance. And of course, she ended up doing it anyway. Of course she did.
And she did a beautiful job. The dancing was amazing.
The dancing really was, to me, the star of this
Absolutely.
film.
And I appreciate dancing because I can't do that.
Music by Public Domain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember which song specifically. I do think Nutcracker Suite showed up in there, which is a very popular choice.
Very popular choice.
With most of these films.
It's a classic and it's beautiful.
It's iconic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're going to go upbeat, that's always a good way to go without getting off into Jingle Bells or something.
Sure.
What else, Kelli?
We had Save the Tradition, which the tradition is in this lodge, in this small town, there is a dance Christmas program where the kids dance, and then there's always this big finale dance.
And these two, growing up, had always been a part of it.
Had always been a part of it. And so they have to get the lodge finished and ready in time for not only the grand reopening of the lodge, but the...
Right. So him being brought back for the dance program, her being brought back to to renovate this lodge leads to a nice little meet cute with the two of them.
Absolutely.
And then their lives sort of get thrown in together. And then, it's complicated because she's also widowed.
Yes.
And she has a boyfriend.
Right.
So I felt like I needed a timeline of her relationships to really understand what was going on.
It was a new boyfriend, so he wasn't too much involved until toward the end of the film. But there was a tragic backstory, which was my trope of choice. My guarantee.
Of course it was.
Yes, it was.
How many tropes have you missed so far?
None.
How many have I gotten right so far?
One?
No.
No, none?
Not yet, no.
None.
But I do have some coming up.
Yes.
Watch for it.
We, of course, had the unfortunate misunderstanding.
Yes.
Which actually did not involve Laura and, what was his name? Ricardo. It involved Laura and her wrong guy.
Yeah, there was a misunderstanding there. But she also had a misunderstanding about what Ricardo's intent was when he left at one point.
Oh.
She thought he was gone for good.
That is right. She thought he was gone for good, but he was actually just going to bid farewell.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
All these reviews are spoiler alerts.
Let's face it.
Don't watch them unless you've watched the movie.
We mentioned the fact that she was widowed. She had lost her husband some years back.
Right. And left town because of just too many memories, too many bad things had happened. She'd lost her mom. She had lost her first love. And then she'd lost her husband. So she had to get out of there.
Yep. And finally, we mentioned that she had a new boyfriend who turned out to be a massive jerk.
Huge. So definitely wrong guy, right guy going on there.
Yeah. So that's it for our tropes.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about our averages for the three categories of acting, story, and visuals.
Acting, we had an 8.25. And I actually came closest on that one as far as getting close but not going over.
Yeah. I think you and I probably had a little lower scores than the kids did on this one. Kids really liked the cast and really liked this film a lot more than we did. I think maybe it was a little more relatable to them.
I think so.
I don't know if it was an age thing or just because of the actors. I'm not sure. But they really enjoyed it. But I felt like Alexa PenaVega was really the star of this thing, and she really just shone so far beyond the rest of.
That's why I gave it such a lower score, because I thought she just outshone anyone who she was on screen with.
Not that she and her husband didn't have great chemistry together, because they did. Of course they did, but it mostly showed up when they would dance together.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal dancer. And then story, what did we have for our average?
Got an average of 7.5 on story.
Which, this one over here,
yes,
got closest to that one.
3 points for me.
Over.
Thank you very much.
And then finally, visuals. The kids loved the visuals of this movie, and it was shot in Canada, obviously, where most of it are shot. But I think they did have some background elements from Utah.
They may have, yeah. I know. I liked the visuals of it.
Yes.
What really struck me is there were some scenes in the diner that had just beautiful lighting.
Mm-hmm.
The stage lighting that they did for the dance sequences was really amazing.
Right.
Really strong use of black backlights and flares and all that fun stuff. So
8.9 for the visuals. And Savvy got the closest for that one. So she got 3 points there.
And so what were our total points for this film, Kelly? Where did everybody end up?
Everybody ended up, Wayne got 3 points.
Hey.
Chatterbox got 1 because he did get, his trope was included.
But it was a one-pointer.
It was a one-pointer. Savvy got 3 points, and I got 8 points.
Of course you did. All right, so before we move on,
yes,
I just have to ask you a question.
Sure.
When are you going to take a break on us with this thing?
I'm going to try not to.
We talk about our precaps being reviews from the future. I'm starting to suspect you really have traveled into the future and watched these films and seen our scores already. All right, so that's it for our review of Enchanted Christmas. If you like wonderful dancing and nice visuals, check this one out. Check back later today. We'll have another review for you. What are we reviewing in that one, Kelly?
We are reviewing Engaging Father Christmas.
Engaging Father Christmas. So look for that later today. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Kelly?
Yeah.
It's not Schmaltz.
Unless it ends with a kiss.
To watch more Schmaltzmark, click the rectangular thingy up in the top left. To subscribe to Wannabe Films, our channel, so you can always know when we post, click on the round thingy to the upper right.